All right, collectors, today on the channel, we've got another treat, another great addition to the Shadow Phalanx. This edition is slightly different than the Jungle Phalanx. I don't believe this comes with it. I don't know. I think I might have just borrowed that from one of my other ones, but I wanted to give the Shadow Phalanx a little bit more firepower. The transport vehicle, but we've got a turret. We've got a turret to share with you this time around. And yeah, we're going to get right down to it. Now, I will have some vehicle comparisons with this one, but I want to remind you, if you want to go check that some of the other vehicle comparisons on a much more comprehensive scale, then go check on some of the other reviews that I've done with the Jungle Phalanx, especially the first one. I'll put a link in the description below, or maybe a link up here, so you guys can go check that out. I mean, every single time it's just fun. It's just amazing fun. Playing around with these new awesome creations out of Gridiron. Of course, some of these are very niche products. They're a little bit pricey. But none of this is necessary. None of these toys are necessary, actually. And this is just absolute fun we're having here. So without further ado, let me go grab the turret and let's get down to it. All right, so here it is. It comes nicely packaged. It comes in a bunch of my mortal enemy packing, the peanuts. They just go everywhere, but I prefer to have peanuts everywhere rather than broken pieces everywhere. So they do a fantastic job of ensuring that, yeah, it's going to survive the transport to the house. So here we go. Let's pop this open. And there is the beginnings of, here's the other parts. There's another little part here that you don't want to lose. Yeah, that's it. So there's two pieces to it. Move this out of the way. There's the main component right here, which does contain another little light. You pull this little tab out and it activates. I'm not going to activate it right now, but you can if you want. If you want light, because we're going to take out the other compartment over here, and that has the light on it. So and they've included another light up here. So here is. They've added some more detail points. I can see they've added some more coloring to it. Yeah, I mean, we went over the, I don't think it's a lot different from the previous iteration. I like how that moves out. Look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? The command center. It almost looks even, and I hate to say this, but it looks even a little bit cooler than the Jungle Phalanx. But they're both awesome in their same, in their own right. All right, you got some ammo box right there. You got a seat for the commander here, and the command thing comes right in there. Now, make sure. Last time I screwed up and I had I didn't close this all the way, so it got in the way. This time I need to make sure that I do close it all the way. There it goes. See that? You want it to close past all of this. Otherwise, you'll have a tough time fitting it into the the Shadow Phalanx over there. But yeah, it looks great. Looks fantastic. There it is. Let's see. Look at that. All right, these two actuate. These little doors here actuate for the tanker. Oh! Anyways, we'll get to that in a minute, what I remembered. But let's see. Let's open this up. And what you get here, there's the turret pieces. So here's this. This is more, so on the Jungle Phalanx, this is more of a I guess a higher, larger caliber round. Then you get on the Jungle Phalanx, it's just one. I'll put a picture of it over here, the turret part that you get for the Jungle Phalanx. But this one has more of like a large caliber bullet And so we would just fit that right in there. Fits perfectly, rotates, very nice. This little guy goes back here. Where was it that it went? Is it here? Is it? No. Here it is. There it is, right there. It's right there. Sorry guys, I sometimes forget. And then this little guy here, I had such a hard time with this little guy. You want to put him, he goes in there. So what you want to do is, let's see if we can get that from in here, feed it in there. There it goes. It fits right in. Did you hear that? It snaps right in. See, that's where the little gun, or the little machine gun goes right here for this. So there you go. So it's assembled. Well, hold on. One last thing. All right, so back to it. We'll do the easy part first, which is this. This little guy goes just basically, see how it's keyed? There's that. We just kind of key it right in there. It slides in. Just like, come on. Yeah, should just slide right on there. There it goes. Slides right in. And that's your little camera, external camera, for when you don't want to poke your head out and take live fire from the enemy. And then this little piece right here with removable rocket launchers. There you go. The rockets aren't removable, are they? No. But yeah, these pop out, go in there. And I believe this, let me make sure that I don't want to screw this up. It doesn't, it goes this way. I think it goes this way. It makes sense. Oh man, there it goes. There it goes. And then, you know, if you want to fire a few rockets at the enemy, boom, baby. Want to reach out and touch someone, there you go. And they do actuate, so the rockets, well, you can move this up and down, but I don't, you know. So anyways, there you go. Pretty cool, very cool. So there's that. I love it. Anyways, let's pop the other piece out and drop that piece in. So we have our custom, so it was funny because so here's my custom driver, Shadow Driver. So Gridiron initially printed these out and they were limited edition, I believe limited edition Commander Gridiron. You know, it was, I think it was Mark's, supposed to be Mark's character's helmet. It looks fantastic, but I wanted to make it my own. He had like a golden color on it, but I wanted to make it more of a bone color, right? So I went ahead and just painted it up and gave it my own look to it. So there he is. We're going to set him back in there. Get in there, you. Custom. Custom. Get in there, you. Come on, get in there. And he fits perfectly right. There's plenty of room for him in there. So look at that. Just closes right up. And here she is, I guess, the commander, a Valkyrie commander. To me, whose head is this? Y'all know whose head that is. To me, that is a perfect Valkyrie commander. Whose head is it? Do you guys know? I bet some of you are screaming at the screen to who she is. So let's just pop this right off. The great part about Gridiron is modularity. Look, it just pops right off, man. There's that. I think that goes on one of the other. Yeah, I think it's up back there. I don't think that's what comes with it. No, I mean, I put a picture of it over here, what comes with it. Or I might have put it already up there earlier. So, all right, so let's install this right in here. And it is keyed as well, so you're gonna have to kind of, I believe, let me make sure that's pushed in all the way. And then you can bring this down. Wait, did I clear everything out? Everything cleared out of the way of it. Everybody steer clear. Back blast area. Let's see if I can. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. There it is. Almost broke it. So line it up like this and then slightly turn it and it'll drop right in. So there we go. And now, holy moly, a little bit further down. Okay, there we go. We're all the way set in there. Look at that. Look at that monstrosity of awesome. Holy freaking moly. Oh, man. So basically, you've just now created a hardened, super hardened offensive troop carrier, right? It's fantastic. I love it. All right, Joes, take your best shot. Boom. Well, it'd be more like a brrrt. Maybe that's the uranium depleted rounds on the A10. I don't know. Just use your own imagination, guys. So yeah, those actuate. That does this, moves around. It's fantastic. It looks great. Let me put her up here. Back up here. She even looks better on that. And then let me put her little helmet over here. There we go. She is the, here, let me tilt this up just a tiny bit. There you go. And there it is. The Shadow Phalanx with turret. I'm excited to see what's next. I would assume the next natural progression would be to add some additional items back here. Maybe a rocket launcher or something. So I'm excited to see what's next. It's just going to be amazing. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go get some vehicles to compare the size to. And you know, I won't do a bunch of them, but I'll do a few. Just so you guys can get some idea of the scale of it and what it looks like next to some Joe and Cobra vehicles. All right, so here we are with some vehicles for comparison size. Of course, I've got the lens on a more wider angle, but I will, let me go to a 1-to-1 ratio, and I'm freehanding this, so be forgiving. But let's go to a 1-to-1 ratio so you can get a better perspective and not have so much of this kind of warping of the scale. So 1 second. There we go. And let me try to hit it from above so you can have a perspective there. There it is on the Vanguard versus the Vanguard, the Valaverse Vanguard. How big the Gridiron Shadow Phalanx is right there. And then here's a gridded out, for lack of a better word, vamp. And then a little ferret, or what is it? Wreckage and tiger paw. That's a custom tiger paw I did. I painted that up. So there we go. What do you guys think of these vehicles? I absolutely love what we've been getting so far. Look at that. It just looks amazing. By far, this is one of the bigger vehicles in my collection. And yeah, I loved every bit of this. It's so much fun right now collecting, especially from some of these independent companies. Gridiron, Valaverse, Ramen Toys. These guys are just killing it. You know, hitting it out of the ballpark. What a time to be a collector. I'm having a ton of fun doing this stuff. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the review. It was easy to put together. It looks amazing. Let me know if there's something that I'm missing, something that you'd like to see. You know what? There's one more comparison I'd like to make just for giggles. Here it is next to the snake armor. So yeah, that's interesting thing is the Phalanx is almost as tall as the snake armor, which is absolutely crazy, right? I think the only thing that makes it taller are the antennas. I mean, it is taller unless you open the hatch. If you open the hatch, the Phalanx is taller. But there you go. Here's the 1-to-1 scale. You can see right there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm debating what to bring to the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show to kind of show off, to have some fun, talk about toys, these one-of-a-kind items. What do you guys want to see there that I have so far? I've got the Rumbler. I've got, I'm probably going to bring this guy here. We've got the snake armor that I haven't brought. And what else do we have? Oh, we got the Dragonfly. Anyways, we'll bring something cool to show off. And don't forget, like I said, I'll be at the Metroplex Collectibles Toy Show, September 28th. Deals, steals, and stickers. Grab you some. We'll see you there. All right, finally, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the hunts, if you're enjoying the reviews, if you're enjoying the news, why not like, why not subscribe? There's some more stuff I got to review that's going to be even, I mean, it's just going to be amazing. The channel's just going to get better. So I'm having a good time just doing some reviews and checking these toys out, man. They're fantastic. Last thing, special thanks to the members. Their input, generosity, guidance allow me to bring you guys better content. As always, as long as you guys keep watching my shenanigans, I'll keep rolling them out.